If you're a man and you've been feeling distant from yourself, like you're alive, but you're not really living, like you're functioning, but not feeling anything anymore, then let me start by telling you something nobody else will. You're not broken, you're numb, and that numbness is not weakness, it's not laziness, it's not a lack of discipline or desire. It's a natural response to carrying more emotional weight than you were ever meant to carry alone, and never being given a place to put it down. You weren't always like this. There was a version of you, maybe when you were younger, who believed in something. You believed effort would be rewarded, that honesty mattered, that showing up would lead somewhere. But life had other plans. Maybe you gave your heart to someone who couldn't hold it. Maybe you worked your hands raw for a dream that never came. Maybe you opened up once and someone laughed, or walked away, or said, "Get over it." So you shut down. And it wasn't all at once. It was subtle. You stopped dreaming. You stopped asking for help. You stopped trusting your own voice. Until eventually, you stopped feeling. So how do you get it back? Not motivation, not hype, but actual feeling, connection, purpose. It starts with truth. You have to stop lying to yourself about what's okay. You have to admit where you're hurting, where you've been pretending to be fine, where you've abandoned yourself just to be acceptable to others. Then you take one small step. Go for a walk without your phone. Write one thing you're angry about. Eat one real meal today instead of skipping dinner again. These aren't self-help tips, they're anchors. They remind your nervous system, I still matter, this life is still mine. Discipline isn't punishment, it's an act of love. When you choose structure, you're telling yourself, I'm still worth showing up for. You don't train for abs, you train to stabilize your mind. You don't wake up early for productivity. You wake up to reclaim time from the chaos. Every action, no matter how small, is you teaching your body and mind that you haven't given up, that you're still in this, not for perfection, not for approval, but because you still care, even if it hurts. So, why bother? Why fight to feel again when numbness is easier? Because who you were born to be is on the other side of that numbness. Not the version of you that's impressive to others, but the version that you actually trust. The man who knows how to feel deeply without being overwhelmed. The man who loves with strength, who holds his ground with peace, who doesn't need to dominate to feel worthy. That man is still there, beneath the layers of silence, beneath the years of pretending, waiting for you to stop surviving and start rebuilding. If this spoke to you, you're not alone. There are more of us, men rebuilding in silence, not for applause, but because we're tired of disappearing. Comment reborn if this is the season you're in, not healed, not perfect, but reborn. Subscribe to Triggered Reality. We speak truth here, not for content, but for connection. Because healing isn't loud, it's quiet, and it starts when one man decides to feel again.